Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Braindead, and I train every day. One try hack me room, one new skill, always ethical, and by 30, I'll be a professional hacker. Alright, guys, so today I'm jumping right into it. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I want to quickly knock out a couple rooms, and I think I found 3 rooms that are perfect. So I'm going to head on over to, I don't know if it's saved. I don't remember where I even put those rooms. Alright, here is one of them though. It's Intro to Malware Analysis. I think the next few videos we're going to dive deep into malware analysis because how could you not? How could you not like finding out about malware? You know what I'm saying? So, every once in a while, when you are working as a security operations center analyst, you will come across content, a file or traffic that seems suspicious, and you'll have to decide whether that content is malicious or not. It is normal to feel confused with all the mixed signals that such content provides. This becomes a little overwhelming for somebody who is just starting in cybersecurity, and it's common to begin self-guessing oneself. Knowing what step to take to resolve such a scenario is helpful. This room will lay down some steps to help you make the initial conclusion about a particular suspicious file. Alright, so let's begin. I think that also got me my streak for the day. We hit 23 days. Alright, malware analysis. The word malware is derived from the term malicious software. Obviously. Therefore, any software that has a malicious purpose can be considered malware. So security operations analyze malware to write detections for malicious activity. Incident response, analyze malware to determine what damage has been done. Threat hunt, teams analyze malware to identify indicators of compromise, which they use to hunt for malware in a network. Malware researchers in a security product vendor team analyze malware to add detections for them in their security products. And threat research teams in operating system vendors like Microsoft and Google analyze malware to discover the vulnerabilities exploited and add more security features. Note that malware is like a weapon because it can produce great harm if not handled with care. For this reason, always take the following precautions while analyzing malware. Never analyze malware or suspected malware on a machine that does not have the sole purpose of analyzing malware. When not analyzing or moving malware samples around to different locations, always keep them in password-protected zip, RAR, or other archives so that we can avoid accidental detonation. Only extract the malware from the password-protected archive inside the isolated environment. Create an isolated VM specifically for malware analysis, which has the capability of being reverted to a clean slate once you're done, so that all internet connections are closed or at least monitored. And once you are done with malware analysis, revert the virtual machine to its clean state for the next malware analysis session. Which team uses malware analysis to look for indicators of compromise? I believe that's the threat hunt team. Spelled beautifully. Alright, techniques of malware analysis. It's like solving a puzzle. Different tools and different techniques. Shooting these pieces give us a complete picture of what it's trying to do. You'll have a executable file, or a binary, or PE, which stands for portable executable, a malicious document, network, PCAP file. To find different puzzle pieces, we'll have to use various tools and tricks, and I guess they're going over 2 different tricks here, or techniques. When malware is analyzed without being executed, it's called static analysis. In this case, the different properties of the portable executable file are analyzed without running it. Similarly, in the case of a malicious document, exploring the document's properties without analyzing will be considered static analysis. Malware often uses techniques to avoid static analysis, like obfuscation. I've definitely seen that. Packing, don't know what that means, or other means of hiding its properties to circumvent these techniques. We often use dynamic. Malware faces a dilemma. It has to execute to fulfill its purpose. And no matter how much obfuscation is added to the code, it becomes an easy target for detection once it runs. Ooh, excuse me. Static analysis might provide us with crucial information regarding malware, but sometimes not enough. Has properties to thwart static. It can be fruitful. include running in a fashion, blah, blah, blah. Once we run the malware in a controlled environment, we can use our knowledge from Windows Forensic Room to identify what it did in the environment. Okay, if we see how to control it, we can configure to avoid noise, like to thus everything malware. It makes it easier to identify what the malware did. Okay, makes sense. You set up a room for it. Okay, can we, static analysis. Which technique is used for analyzing by executing? I mean, alright, advanced malware analysis are used to analyze but evades basic static and dynamic analysis for performing advanced malware analysis. Disassemblers and debuggers are used. Disassemblers convert the malware's code from binary to assembly so the analyst can look at the instructions of the malware statically. Debuggers attach to a program and allow the analyst to monitor the instructions in malware while it's running. A debugger allows the analyst to stop and run the malware at different points to identify interesting pieces of information while also providing an overview of the memory and the CPU of the system. And they don't cover advanced malware. Okay, either way, at least we get to see basic. Alright, so we're starting our machine here. The first step is usually perform basic static analysis. Basic status analysis could be considered sizing up the malware, trying to find the properties before diving deep into analysis. Sometimes it gives us some critical information. For example, what API calls the malware is making or whether it's packed or not. However, other times it might only give us information to help us size the malware up and give us an idea of the effort required to analyze it. So, without further ado, blah, 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 we're going to perform. Perform without running the malware. It is highly recommended that you perform malware analysis in an isolated virtual machine. For this room, we'll be using the attached Remnux VM, Reverse Engineering Malware Linux. Interesting. I've never seen Remnux. So it'd be kind of cool to see it. Alright, we're going to start. We're going to log in with these credentials. Oh, are we looking at WannaCry? That's cool. So, I'm going to just resume the video once we get this room going. Alright. We're back and we got the machine loaded. So, often, the file type of malware is visible in the file extension and is obvious. Sometimes malware authors try to trick users by using misleading file extensions. In such scenarios, it's helpful to know how the actual file type of a file without depending on file extensions. In Linux, we could use file. Okay, great. There's a folder named samples on the desktop in the actual VM. We'll be using the samples provided. I'm going to actually, I don't like to do it like that. Let's go to desktop and we'll go to samples here if I could type properly. There we go. Okay, I think that wants us to do this first. File string, we got a interesting. Oh, okay, file zm subswarm. So these are all executables. I'm gonna catch string real quick. All right, we got absolute garbage. Did I see anything? Slash dot. I don't know if that was called. I think. I don't know if this is just junk or what. How long is this? Let me. Oh. Okay. Kernel. It's actually showing me files. Get proxy. Wow. As invoker. I wonder what this means. These are obviously all commands. Cool. Very cool. Okay. I wish I could turn this black. I don't know what is this color? Oh my goodness. I should probably just keep going here with the room. Oh wait. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, that was a little too much. I prefer darker themes. Anyway, there's a folder named samples on the desktop in the attached VM. We want to use the samples present in that folder for our analysis. The above terminal shows the file command being run on WannaCry. The output shows a PE32 executable with a graphical user interface, which was compiled for a system that runs Microsoft Windows. Oh! I didn't know it was that specific. Was this one that specific? Wow, okay, they're all meant for that processor. It was one of the first 32-bit processors ever. If I see x86, that means that 80386, and the output above tells us this application was designed for 32 bits. String. Looking at the strings in a file can often give you clues related to the malware. URL download the file. We know that the malware is doing something with the URL download to file Windows API. Most likely it's downloading a file from the internet and saving it from the disk. Get current directory, get computer name, set file time. We see that the output starts with the DOS stub, which is text that says this program can't be run in DOS mode. Oh. Some values don't make much sense. They look like garbage, but you'll also see useful output. For example, we can see above that some strings look like Windows APIs, for example, close handle, get exit code process, terminate process, and so on. Similarly, we can see text that says inflate 1.1.3 Mark Adler, part of a zlib data compression library. And we're outputting this to a string file. Oh, I guess is that what string is? Okay. So string was output. Okay. Into that. Okay. Why do we need to take the hashes? Use as an identifier for specific malware. Okay. And you can type the hash in. Okay. And look at that. Ransomware. The details tab. I've done this before. I use VirusTotal quite often. There's a sample named Redline. What is the MD5 sum of this sample? What is the creation time of this sample? Is it strings? Is that what I want to do? Oh my goodness. I don't know how I would tell the creation time. How, does it want me to locate the hash in VirusTotal? I think that's what it wants me to do. VirusTotal. And we're going to search by hash. We're going to boop. Oh, seems like a pretty safe script here. Okay, and creation time was this. Wow. Great. The PE file header. Okay. Not too sure about this. Never read this. And there's a program for this. Which, wow. That's like super detailed. Very low level. The PE file header contains the metadata about a portable executable file. The data can help us find a lot of helpful information to help us in our analysis. We'll go into detail about the PE header and the information it contains in the upcoming malware analysis module for the advanced path. However, some of the vital information found in the PE header is explained below. A PE file seldom contains all the code that needs to run on the system on its own. Most of the time, it reuses code provided by the operating system. This is done to use less space and leverage the framework the operating system has laid to perform tasks instead of reinventing the wheel. Imports are such functions that the PE file imports from outside to perform different tasks. For example, if a developer wants to query a Windows registry value, they will import the reg query value function provided by Microsoft instead of writing the code themselves. Obviously, as terms of functional. What is the purpose of this? Most PE files use the Windows API to perform the bulk of their jobs. A PE file's imports provide us with crucial information on what the PE file will do. How? Importing the internet open function will communicate. This is like very low level. Oh, PE check. Signature database missing. I'll be honest, I don't really know what to do with this information. Like image resource data entry. Why would that help? How would any of this help? This might help. If this is what's being called. That was all the string copy? Or L string copy? I don't exactly know. Get address. Are these all the commands being used? Create brush. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, okay. And then this section. Here we can see the information PE check has extracted from the PE header of the WannaCry sample. We see that the sample has 4 sections: text, RData, data, and RSource, and their respective entropy. Oh. Does entropy does not mean... Doesn't that mean randomness? The measure of randomness of data in a file is known as entropy. Entropy is very useful in identifying compressed and packed malware. Packed or compressed files usually have high entropy. Okay. Similarly, it has shown us the different hashes of the sample. Per each, wow, shows the functions that a PE file imports. We can see the image import descriptor, which shows the functions it imports from the advapi32.dll linked library. What is the entropy of the text section of this sample? Jeez. The entropy of the text like what is the R source, and this one is this still R source name? It's giving me like these hex names. Like, how am I supposed to identify that? Maybe I'm supposed to keep going up. R source and data, R data, text. 6.453919. The sample name redline has 5 sections. What is the name of the 5th section? I'm just gonna guess that's source. It's not. There's no chance that's source. If I keep going up. I didn't just see the name, did I? No. Okay, let me go back down. text, R data, data, N data. From which DLL file does the sample named redline import the registry open key XW function? Okay, and looks like these are registry, what was it? Open key, so it's advapi32.dll. advapi. Check out the GUI-based PE tree tool and see what information it shows. You can use the following command. Maybe? Do we not do dynamic? Oh, no, it says dynamic. I thought, for some reason I read that as static again. Um, while basic static analysis provides us with useful information, dynamic is better. Dynamic requires running live samples that could be destructive. Sandbox is a term borrowed from the military. A sandbox is a box of sand, as the name suggests, modeling the terrain where an operation has to take place, in which military team dry runs their scenarios to identify possible outcomes. Um, Cuckoo Sandbox. It's part of Google's Summer of Code project in 2010. It's open source. I'm trying to turn my heater on. Oh, and I spilled my. What a shame. What a shame. Luckily, it's just water, so. It was seltzer water, but I mean. I need to clean that up. Be right back. Alright, we are back. Alright, so it's listing out some sandboxes here that we could use. Which we use to test run available online. I'm just gonna look that up because I do sometimes need a sandbox. Is it a book? Okay. Well, either way. Online sandboxes. Oh. LOL. I've been using any.run. Oh, that's sick. That is so cool. I'm taking that right now. It's nice to find like these random websites that you can bookmark, and you just have a whole storage of random pieces of information like that. Hybrid analysis and in teaser, like this is phenomenal. What a resource. Cool. 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 Okay, on its homepage we are greeted with the following screen. As mentioned, instead we'll just be using the hash. Windows management. Below we can see some indicators. Oh whoa, I'm not ransomware. Wow. Is this what executes? Look at that, 75 out of 80, 30. Behavior samples. When it runs in a sandbox, we can click the process to find more about it. Oh. Is that task scheduler? I think that's task scheduler. W script shell Echo target save. So is it making? Maybe that's the ransomware encrypting the file. That's pretty crazy. Oh, it's the bat file. Wow. So can you click on each individual one and see what's being executed? That's pretty advanced. Check the hash of the sample red line on hybrid analysis. Check out the hybrid analysis report. In the process tree, what is the first process launched when the sample's launched? Alright, we're gonna leave whatever nonsense was open here. Oh my god. Of course now it opens. I actually need the hash, so worked out. And what website does it use hybrid analysis? And we're just gonna put this hash in. Can I do that? I don't know if that was. Oh, report search. There we go. I'm just gonna click this one. 100 out of 100. And I think it's a look at the processes. The process tree, which is the first process launched. Alright. Okay, it's loaded. The suspended mode. Let me actually go to the processes. Overview, sandbox, request, details? Oh. File sections? Oh. And that's what we observed. Network analysis? What is the first? There we go. So I don't know if it's setup installer is what it's looking for. Red. What is it look? Wait. Check the, okay. I think it's setup analysis is installer. Setup installer.exe. There are two Windows utilities utilized by malware to perform its activities. What are the names of the two utilities? CMD and PowerShell. CMD.exe and PowerShell.exe. What was it doing? Oh. Ah. Look at these. I don't know what the. That's a lot of exes. I don't understand this command. It is the first command, so it's probably the most important too. Exclusion power. I just don't know. Maybe it calls PowerShell? I still don't know what it does. While the security researchers are devising techniques and tools to analyze malware, the malware authors are working on rendering these tools and techniques ineffective. We found a great deal of information in the previous task about the malware we analyzed. However, there are ways malware authors can make our life difficult, and they'll obfuscate it. Use packing and obfuscation to make an analyst's life difficult. A packer obfuscates, compresses, or encrypts the contents of malware. These techniques make it difficult to analyze malware statically. Specifically, a packed malware will not show important information when running a string search against it. For example, let's run a string search against a file named that in the samples folder. And that gives you nonsense. They don't provide much value to us. Let's run PE check on the sample to see what we get. Of packed executables. As suspected, we see that the executable has characteristics typical of a packed executable as per PE check. we have seen previously, we could always run a sample in Sandbox to analyze it. In many cases, that might help us analyze samples that evade our basic static analysis techniques. However, malware authors have some tricks up their sleeves that hamper that effort. Long sleep calls. Oh. Sandboxes run for a limited time. Therefore, they program the malware not to perform any activity for a long time after execution. This is often accomplished through long sleep calls to time out the sandbox. Wow. Some malware will wait for user activity before performing malicious activity. There will be no user in a sandbox, therefore there will be no mouse move or typing on the keyboard. Patterns in mouse movements that are used in automated sandboxes. Bypass. Wow. Virtual machines leave artifacts that can be identified by malware. For example, some drivers installed in VMs being run on VMware give away the fact that the machine is a VM. Which is above is used to bypass static analysis. Hacking. What technique discussed above is used to time out a sandbox. Long sleep calls. And conclusion. There was a primer. Great. And I think there was another room right after this that I'd like for us to tackle. It was a pretty good room. And I think it was the follow-up to this exercise. If I could just close out all of that. I gotta go to my rooms tab. I just don't know where my rooms tab is. Maybe it's challenges. I gotta show all the rooms I've joined. Completed? No. Okay, bear with me one moment as I find it. Alright, I finally found my saved rooms. We're gonna hide completed rooms, and man, I should really do some of these. It took me so long to find this page. I need to just bookmark it. Oh my goodness. Oh man, there's a lot of good rooms in here too. Man, I need to start completing the rooms I joined. Man, I want to just find that malware one right now. So oh my god, we gotta do this room one day. MBR and GPT analysis, GoBuster, the basics. I can't believe I haven't done that one. Industrial intrusion, shadow trade. I don't know where it is. I guess I'm gonna do this one. Alright, so shadow trace. Hopefully it's not too bad. Analyze the binary located blah 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 in there in the task machine. You can find several tools installed on the machine that can help you with any kind of analysis. Okay. Alright, we're gonna just quickly complete this one too, and we'll wrap up the video. I'm sure this is gonna be less than an hour. Alright, see you folks in a bit. Alright, we are back and we got the lab open. So, what is the architecture of the binary file Windows Update .exe? And we are on a Windows environment, which is unusual for me. I, of course, use Windows mainly at work. So, I guess we just got a bunch of, tools here. This is, I don't exactly know what tool to use. It'd be nice if it told me. So, I'm gonna assume portable executable bear is kind of similar to what, like the PE tree that we just recently looked at. So I'm gonna run that, and let's see, to pop up some warnings on me. Okay, great. Now we want to select our malware sample. They gotta put some more processors in here, because this is taking forever. Oh, load PE. Let's go here. Windows. All right. Let's make that bigger. All right. I know exactly what I'm looking at right now. Okay. So, general, what is the architecture of the binary file Windows Update? Does it immediately tell me what the architecture is? Strings? This program can't be run in DOS mode. What is the architecture? Like, there's no way for me to just run file, which would have been amazing. Unless I could. Did this provide me with any... Find signature? Oh, okay, no. Don't know what... A file header? AMD64. Okay. I don't know why that wasn't it. AMD60. Okay. File type. I mean, 64-bit? I mean, why isn't that... I'm gonna put the hash in just because that's like the easiest thing to find. Identify section. What's this? Imports. Identify the URL within the file to use it as an indicator of compromise. I can't say this is my favorite tool here. However, it's doing what I need it to do. Load, kind of debug, Visual C++, PDB. So resources, maybe that's what it's called. No, imports, and then kernel. Get username. Yeah, system time. I wonder if I could run it through something else here, just so I could get a better. Might as well look at the other tools. I mean, malware analysis, process hacker 2. I mean, why not? Let's see what it does. Oh, okay. This tells me the processes that are run. So. Oh, inspect. Then desktop. Imports. Oh, look at that. Got some basic O stream. I'm not seeing a web. Oh, HTTP open request. Load. Can I like go to that? I don't think I could go to that. Let me find a different thing here. We got die, which I mean, hey, I guess it's an introduction to different malware analysis tools. But goddamn. Okay, so I'm running die.exe. This has to be the most powerful one. I mean, with a name like that. Desktop, Windows. Okay, it's actually telling me the architecture, isn't it? Is that binary? I don't know if that's the architecture, though. Windows Vista. How am I not getting this right? 64-bit. Jeez. Okay, so that told me the architecture, at least. Scan? What is what am I doing with this information? This is very um what is this? Show me current signatures. What in the hell am I looking at? Okay, no. This might only be effective with telling me the architecture. Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of helpful, but I mean, maybe I just didn't do it well enough. I don't know that thing. Loki. Loki's probably a good tool. Alright, get a little trickster. Okay, run. Oh, is this CMD? Um. Okay, it's really taking its time to update the signatures here. I mean, listen, you don't even gotta update the signature. I'm using probably the oldest malware in the world for this. Oh, no, it's gonna download it from GitHub. Let's, let's keep doing stuff while it does that. UPX? And the file just crashed. That's great. Okay, we're using UPX. I'm really hoping this... One of these has to, like, be better. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to just use PE Bear and like, because this seems to be the most detailed one. I clearly picked the best one when I chose this. So URL mon, I don't know if it would be that. Call via follow. URL download to file A. Dude, how do I like get it to show me this? It's all like so encrypted and so low level. I don't know how to get it to show me the information I want. X64. Oh, this looks like this is about to show me something. There's something crazy here. What? I'm okay. Let's take a look. I'm really looking for a like URL call or something because that's this is assembly. Log notes. No. Call stack? Wow, this is like references. How do I understand this low level stuff? Okay. Like, that's a part I'm kind of struggling with is... So let's go to data. What does data call? I wish it was showing me like this. I feel like if I was looking at like Linux, maybe I could understand this a bit better. But I don't know how to use these programs. Identify the URL within the file. Disk, no, 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 no. Sleuth, no. Malware, floss. I'm really just hoping this is it. What did that do? Huh? What the? This was that insane one. Threads? Like if I could just find a point where it's just telling me, hey, your thing is calling this URL, that'd be great. I just don't understand this. Breakpoints. Optional header. Memory map. No. How about this? I don't even know what this is calling. I'm gonna just close this. Because what is this possibly calling? It's nothing helping me. Kappa. One of these has to be informative for me. Run. Okay. Signature. Like, why is it showing me this in like this binary view? Or like, what view is this? Like hexadecimal. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Is program. Let's close that. I don't know. Let me close this. There has to be a better tool I could use. This? Oh no, it's the spider thing. UPX. UPX. I'm about to just look up this hash, to be honest, at this point. This is like just virus total. Input the decoded flag. I don't think I'm supposed to actually go to virus total then if it's... I'm going to do it because what the hell am I doing right now? All the way up. We're going to search this hash. Let's see what we get. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, and what is the objective? Identify the URL within the file to use it as an IOC. File analysis. API. Look at all those APIs. URL mod. URL download the file. HTTP traffic. that? That's a colon slash slash. Try hat me. That's funny. Security update.exe. What the year can you spot a domain that can be used as an compromise? Oh, wasn't it just be a domain indicator of compromise? That could be used as an indicator of compromise. What's that? With the URL identified, can you spot a domain that can be used as an indicator of compromise? Why wouldn't it just be try hat me? Can you spot a domain? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna try to decrypt this bash 64. Decode anything. With the URL identified, can you spot a domain that can be used as an indicator of compromise? Is it not this? Can you spot a domain? Oh, responses. What? Responses. What library related to the socket communication is loaded by binary? Related to socket communication? I'm gonna be honest. What in the world does that mean? Socket communication? WinSock? No. Something short? I'm guessing a DLL. Is that DLL? That's probably a DLL extension. Let me look back at WS2. That looks like it's socket related. Oh, but oh no, that's right. WS232.dll. All right. Click on View Site. Can you identify the malicious URL from the trigger by the process PowerShell.exe? I'm guessing it wants me to do PowerShell.exe. I don't think that's right. By the process PowerShell.exe. Well, there's only 2 records. Convert. Can you identify the malicious from the trigger? By the. Am I supposed to just convert this? Oh, wait. Is this it? No. Test that. From the alert triggered by Chrome. Okay, so I think I have to decode this. UTF-8 from base 64 string. I'm guessing I have to. Right? Oh, that's okay. Can you identify the malicious URL from the alert triggered by Chrome? String from character code. Join, then create. Map string from char code. Okay, so I got to translate this from char. Right, char to. I don't know if it's string or I doubt that's gonna. From char code to string. I don't. Oh, convert ASCII code. Hello. Decimal? Binary? Octal? No. Hexadecimal? Octal? 104? 116? 116? I don't think this is right. 112, 115. This seems like random letters. 5847. Yeah. Yeah, that's not translating right because I feel like this should be HTTPS colon slash slash binary decimal. Oh, okay. That did it. I'm gonna just do this and replace. That's not replace. Replace with replace all. Now that would exactly what I wanted. Replace with that. Okay, replace all. Great. Okay, let's do this. Put that here. Really secure update. Woohoo. Hopefully that let me copy it. I saw there was a payload there. Or paywall. What's the name of the file saved in the alert triggered by Chrome? It's this test.txt. Cool. So, boom. Under an hour. Alright, peace.